Be safe in the gate. I heard the stories.
Well, all you want. We've got enough mouths to feed. We don't need your kind.
Our?
Halt! By orders of Lord Gortash, refugees are no longer allowed in the city. Turn around. Well, do you have the means to support yourself?
My good lady, I am Will Ravenguard. I will not pay to enter my own city.
Ravenguard? Ugh, more like the ghastliest tiefling south of Neverwinter. No refugees. It is decreed. I'm afraid Article 30.1.7 stipulates that religious or spiritual assertions cannot count towards one's proof of self-sufficiency. I will repeat. For the last time, may I add, do you have means to support yourself? Right. Article 30.1.5 of the Council's Decree on Extraordinary Wartime Measures. I am confiscating that. The city thanks you for your contribution. Your name?
Well met, citizen.
Your parasite stirs. From the construct, you feel connection, resonance.
I am a Steel Watcher, citizen.
State your business. Uh-huh. Eyes open, body still.
Behind the Watcher's gaze, a presence awakens. The scrying eyes have borne witness to your actions.
Your record is clean, citizen. Keep it that way, and enjoy your visit to Baldur's Gate.
The Watch has spoken. You may pass.
Eat this, you pile of junk!
Men, women, children, all barred from entry. A damn travesty. A decade ago, Baldur's Gate would have welcomed any and everyone seeking refuge. Who would take in these souls, if not the Jewel of Baldurin? As long as Gortash is in charge, they'll be left shivering at the gates. All part of the plan, of course. Step 1. Create an army and order it to march on the city. Step 2. Shut the gates in the name of security. Gortash hasn't made Baldur's Gate safe. He's made it a prison. And when his army breaks through, to make this city a safe haven, we'll need to bathe Gortash and his allies in their own blood.
Our strength was never numbers.
It's up for discussion.
Greetings.
Sorry, chum, can't let you through. Worms Rock's closed for the day.
Not close to Duke Older Ravenguard's own son, surely.
You having a laugh, devil boy? The joke's on you. No entry. That's the end of it. Ordination is what? Lord Gortash is becoming Archduke. All the peers came to pay regards. Valyria? Well, I'm not messing about with a murder inquiry for damn sure. Straight ahead across the bridge. A blind ogre couldn't miss it.
Know how you gained entry, but your trespass shall not be punished. Lord Gortash has been expecting you.
The Watcher's presence fades, but another takes its place.
My most esteemed guest, we meet at last. I am Lord Enver Gortash. I welcome you to Baldur's Gate, my city. Of course, of course. My Steel Watchers are rather adept at keeping the peace, but not entirely suitable for polite conversation. Allow me to formally invite you to my inauguration. Make your way to the ceremonial hall.
Little Will, straight to your handler. And I didn't even have to whistle.
Miss Aura, I've had enough. You owe your life to me. Time to end the pact.
Feeling cheeky, are we? Most unbecoming. Heard about your father. The Absolute's puppet. A damned travesty, if you ask me. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid party, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. The Steel Watch appreciate your cooperation, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, dearest Ravenguard, but a moment. The Blade of Frontiers graces our halls. He is wearing his devilish best.
My father. He's here.
My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs. For the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
There's an old wisdom. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but if Orin obtains all three Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my Steel Watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together, we rule Faerun as kings.
And my father?
Your father will do whatever you command him to, like any other subject in our kingdom. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
An ally could be useful, at least for now. And when he's no longer useful, well, we can dispose of him then.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger, hidden among us. Squaw!
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. That's where Orin became what she is. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First are in the red, bloody dagger of Baal. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by... In such circumstances, people crave strength. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the map. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. Our tyranny. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
Truest of souls.
There is a fleeting connection.
Father, my dearest boy, the hells have touched you, but you've come to me just as Gortash said you would. A true soul, no less. Father and son, unstoppable generals. You and your allies will usher in a new dawn. Help me. Floric chose shadow over light. She's been punished for her lie.
Punished? Gods, what has he done?
Within Ravengard's memories, you find Councillor Floric.
The sun rises, true soul. Are you ready? What is a hero? Faerun suffers in darkness. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark.
No. This isn't him. This is the tadpole talking.
For a brief moment, uncertainty clouds his mind.
What nonsense is this?
The prism quivers once more.
As I said, Baldur's Gate will ascend. Tyrill's first and only grand city.
First comes a vision of terror, but beyond the terror.
So, the real man is still in there. Somewhere.
Have we finished then?
Incredible. To hear my father's voice speak those words. But there's still a glimmer of him in there, calling for release. I feel it. I know it. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
What did I tell you? A momentous occasion.
I've had enough, Mizora. What do you want?
Your attention, little pup. Nothing more. You see, Gortash has had your father to the slaughter, the way I hear it.
Shit.
Your dad's good as dead. Or is there?
You know something.
I know enough. I'll be in your camp if you want to work something out.
Of course she'd stick her infernal nose where it doesn't belong. By all the hounds of the hells, what is she planning? Mazora's always worth hearing out. We'll have answers soon enough. Mazora's gone to camp. We should speak with her. Until then, may my father keep safe, whatever coop he's been flown to.
You're too late. It's over.
By Avernus. Floric.
The Steel Watch happened. I came seeking allies to our cause. Empty as a stare. He spoke in accusations. I'll be executed in 5 dawns.
The hell's with that. Nothing is over. Not while I still draw breath.
When the people need a miracle.
Father's words.
Indeed. To think I'd almost forgotten. No more sulking. I know what to do. Unlock my cell. Escort me out of Worm's Rock. I'll seek out my connections. When the city streets shatter, you'll want their blades. Hurry. The way should be clear. I can't thank you enough.
It's the least we could do. Your faith in this city should inspire us all.
I will travel to the upper city. You won't fight the coming battle alone. As long as the city stands, I will stand with it. This is my promise.
Sorore surge, testis esto pacti me. Come, sisters, be my testament. Notum sit in beator.
Notum sit in beator.
Holy hells.
I come to bargain. The hells demand witness.
Enough, Mizora. Where is my father? How do I save him?
How else? We bargain. Sisters.
Infernus contractus te vocamus.
Your contract, Will. Signed in blood, forged in fire, bound in bone, but not unbreakable. A life for a life. No contract is ended without sacrifice. The cost must be paid. Will Ravengard, a choice is before you. Option 1. I show you the way to your father. I guarantee him no harm except that from you and your allies. And you pledge your soul to me and the archdevil Zariel in a pact eternal. Option 2. I break your pact and you are freed from your duty. Your father dies by his enemy's hand, and Baldur's Gate loses its greatest champion. Name your sacrifice.
Bloody Zariel. I won't let her take Will.
Silence, Karlak.
Mizora, you asshole!
Choose. Addendum F. The Absolute must be avenged for the Soulbinder's detention at Moonrise. The Soulbearer retains his gifts until such time as the Absolute is slain.
You damned wretch! Father. Do it. Break the pact.
Fiat ita.
Fiat ita. Anima ad beator.
Didn't think you had it in you. Seems my boy's all grown up. And don't go fussing about your father. You made your choice. You knew the terms. You know what? I think I'll stick around. Not for the greater good, you understand. Just for the entertainment.
I spent 7 years choked by Mazora's leash, and never knew freedom could taste so bittersweet. My father will die. His blood will pay for my freedom, but I won't miss Mazora's leash squeezing my neck. Tomorrow, I celebrate my gain.
A moment passes.
The Ravenguard name now lives solely with me. I will make it count for something. I signed his life away before the Hell's Witnesses. It would be easier to drink the Styx down to the last drop than to alter his fate. I'd be a fool to wish otherwise. We obtain the final 2 Netherstones and take back our minds. And the city from the brain.
Will sacrificed his own father. I hope freedom from the Pact is worth it to him.
I should speak up.
Oi! What's this? You ain't supposed to be down here, mate.
You spot a curious metal contraption in the water. A submersible.
The only port in this whole bleeding city that matters. Now, why are you here? No news is good news. Right? No prisoners lost in the last batch of runs either. Bloody salt is always flopping around in the water. Maybe that'll teach them to keep out of the way. It's an underwater prison. Lord Gortash keeps some Gondians there. Collateral to keep those working in the...
Older Ravenguard is here. He must be.
If he is, that's Lord Gortash's business. I don't ask questions. Do you now? Boss never sends anyone that away but prisoners. Oh, the Jableda's on you. Look, I don't want any trouble, but I know old Gortash is up to some mad shit in there. I'll take you in, but look, I'll get Cat warmed up. Get in when you're ready.
Aren't you the intrepid little adventurer, digging and diving where you don't belong? The Iron Throne, a ruin from the city's dark past that could become a template for a brighter future. It is a most useful tool for motivating my Gondian workforce. Key, but like all tools, the moment it ceases to be useful, I will break it. Thanks to your trespassing, that moment may have come. Return to the docks, or the deaths of everyone inside will be on your conscience.
How many people are trapped within? How many lives will be lost?
That was a mistake. When the corpses start to wash up on the shore, remember, you could have prevented all of this.
I was hoping you'd bound along. A bargain's a bargain, and I've come to see it through. Mia Furia. Kneel for me. Oh, do wipe that frown off your face. This is what you wanted, after all. Now, stand back and enjoy the show.
What's happening?
Your father is still tadpoled, but under my protection now, just like you. His mind is his own again.
Father?
Well, gods, it pains me to look at you. By Baldwin's graces, why have the hells ordained you to save me?
I know you have questions, but for now, I need you safe. Go to my camp. We'll talk soon enough.
Very well. Until then, may Helm guide me.
I can't thank you enough. There were so many of us scattered through that place. We were kept hostage to control our families and please. They have no reason to obey Gortash anymore. Gond smiles on me this day. Thank you.
First you cleave my heart in twain, now you shatter it to pieces. My son a monster. Twisted beyond recognition. To think my blood flows through those veins. Is this my fate? To be freed from Gortash's hell, only to be trapped in yours?
It isn't what you think. It never was.
You turned your back on me, on your city. To check, it is exactly what I think. There is always a choice.
Father, please. There's something I must show you.
Ravenguard's tadpole clenches as your memories and wills flow into him.
My tears wounds. I'm in your mind.
The Grand Duke sees Mizora and her infernal sisters.
No. My son.
The past becomes present, and Will's thoughts are laid bare. Ravenguard sees Will partnering with Mizora to defeat Tiamat's cultists before they could lay siege to Baldur's Gate, and he sees everything beyond.
Will.
Everything I did for Baldur's Gate. I did for you.
My son. You sold your soul to save Baldur's Gate, and I cast you out for it. By the gods. Can you ever forgive me?
There's nothing to forgive. You wanted to protect the city.
You are a better man than most. My duty is first and foremost to the city and its people. Before I was captured, I was on a mission. Returning from Elturel, I discovered the plans of the Absolutists. I immediately realized the city couldn't defend itself against such an army. I didn't despair, because the city has a secret guardian. This is such a time. You've been trained in the ways of the great champions and proven to be one of them. The worm will answer your call. You must seek him out. A bronze dragon, yes. He sleeps beneath us even now. The worm goes by many names. Ansur. He promised Balduran he'd protect the city if ever its existence was threatened. But just the once. Since then, the city has faced countless threats. The Absolute is the greatest threat Baldur's Gate ever faced. Take this. The Legend of Ansur. An ancient epic. Ill-remembered. Let it set the path before you. Thank you. And may the city know the truth of my only son.
We'll finish what my father couldn't. We'll awaken Ansur, the heart of the gate. I disappointed him once. I won't do it again. Go on, read the Legend of Ansur. Then we can plan our next steps.
Bet you're pleased with yourself? Saving Ravenguard and making a fool out of me in a single swoop. Go on, do your gloating. You've earned it.
Damn right I did. My father is safe and my chains are broken.
Yes, celebrate your fortunes. But remember that they are lost as quickly as they are gained. For now, you've tipped the scales in your favor. But all it takes is a whisper for me to tip them back. Why look for hidden meaning when the words are laid so bare? Besides, now is a time of celebration. I am sure you and Duke Raven